Question 4. In previous units, we've written equations for tile patterns that were linear. Linear equations form lines when graphed. In this unit, we've written equations for tile patterns that are quadratic. Quadratic equations form parabolas when graphed. When simplified, linear equations can be written in the form y equals mx plus b, except for vertical lines. And quadratic equations will look like y equals ax squared plus bx plus c form. So linear or quadratic, simplify each of the tile patterns to determine whether they are linear or quadratic. So we're going to simplify these, and hopefully we're going to get either a linear equation, which would look like y equals mx plus b form, or we're going to get a quadratic equation, which is going to look like y equals ax squared plus bx plus c form. So let's look at letter A first. So order of operations, so we do multiplication first, so we want to distribute this. So 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 2 is 4, then plus 3x plus 2, that all equals y. Okay, combining like terms, we've got y equals, so 2x plus 3x is going to be 5x, and 4 plus 2 is going to be 6. So does that look like it's in a linear form, y equals mx plus b, or does that look like a quadratic form? And that one's going to be linear. Letter B. Okay, so for this one, we can't just distribute. So let's instead draw our box. X minus 2, x plus 1. So in this box, we're going to do x times x, get x squared. Over here, x times 1, that'll be x. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. And negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. So this is going to change to y equals, you have x squared, and x minus a 2x is going to be a negative x minus 2. So y equals, instead of that, x minus 2 times x plus 1, that's going to turn into the area as a sum, which is going to be x squared minus x minus 2, and then plus 3. So combining like terms, we get y equals x squared. That's the only x term we have, minus x. And then negative 2 plus 3 is going to be plus 1. Right? And since that looks more like the pink form here, that's going to be quadratic. Continuing on to C. Once again, we've got the 2x minus 2 times x plus 2. So here we have area of a product form. We're going to have to turn that into area as a sum. So let's draw the box. X minus 2, x plus 2. X times x is x squared. X times positive 2 is 2x. A negative 2 times x is negative 2x. And negative 2 times positive 2 is negative 4. So then my area as a sum would turn into x squared. We've got 2x minus 2x. So 2x and minus 2x are going to cancel out. So plus 0x minus 4. So then C is going to turn into y equals x squared plus 0x minus 4, and then plus 3 times x minus 1 plus 2. And we've got to distribute that part, so we get y equals x squared plus 0x minus 4. So distributing 3 times x is 3x. 3 times a negative 1 is going to be a negative 3 plus 2. So y equals x squared. So we've got 0x plus 3x, so that'll be plus 3x. And then negative 4 minus 3, so negative 4 minus 3 is going to be negative 7. And if we add 2 to that, it'll be a negative 5. And definitely feel free to punch that into your calculator, -4 minus 3 plus 2, if you have a hard time doing that in your head. Okay, so does that look like it's going to be linear or quadratic? It is quadratic. And letter D. So for this one, we can just distribute. So y equals 4 times x is going to be 4x, and 4 times 1 is plus 4, and then the plus 3 at the end. Combining like terms, I've just got 4x, and then over there, 4 plus 3 is going to be 7. So there's my equation, and that looks like it's going to be linear since there's no x squared term. All right, so hopefully by now you guys are starting to realize if there's no x squared, then it's going to be linear. If there is an x squared, it's going to be quadratic. Hopefully you're also realizing that in most cases, if you have to do the box, then it's probably going to be quadratic. There's very, very few cases where that's not going to be true. All right, I want you to do E and F on your own. So go ahead and give those a shot. Make sure you write if they're quadratic or linear. And once you write that down, go ahead and raise your hand, and I'm going to come by and check you off. So make sure you do E and F on your own. If you need help, just let me know. But once you do finish them, just let me know, and I will check you off.